Karnataka is a startup state of India that we all know. But what we want to find out is if it is the quizzing capital too. This is the state of Kittu Chennamma, her trusted aide Krantivira Sangoli Rayanna, and Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan. This is the state of magician Prakash Padukone, world carom champion R.M. Shankara, and a hockey maestro M.P. Ganesh. This is a state that loves technology and quizzing. Saying so, we welcome you to the Fit India Quiz Karnataka edition, presented by Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports and Ministry of Education, with Fit India mission in celebration of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav is an initiative of the Government of India to celebrate and commemorate 75 years of progressive India and the glorious history of its people, culture and achievements. Fit India Quiz is the biggest Indian quiz on sports and fitness like none other. The Fit India Quiz provides an opportunity to students and schools to win cash prizes of Rs 3.25 crores and be the champion at state and national level. After the preliminary rounds, 360 schools will be participating in the state web round, where they will be competing with the selected schools from their respective state or union territory to become state or union territory champion and represent their state or union territory in the national finals. Without any more delay, let's go to our virtual auditorium to meet our quiz master for today.
Hello, Namaskara Karnataka. Welcome to the grand finale of Fit India Quiz Karnataka edition. We have seen an absolutely enthralling round of grand finals. Without any more delay, let's go meet our grand finalists for today. All teams have been very impressive and one team is going to go through the national finals. The state finals is meant to be a grand affair, right? There are prizes in place for the top 3 scorers of this round. The second runner-up will get a cash prize of 55,000 rupees. The first runner-up will win a cash prize of 1,10,000 rupees. And the winner of this round will win a cash prize of 2,75,000 rupees. Participants, please remember that the top scorer of this round will also represent their school and the state at the national finals. Feeling confident, teams? Let's begin with a short introduction of our grand finalists today. We'll start with team number 1, Baldwin Girls High School, Bengaluru. Give me your names.
Hi, my name is Arhita Sinha.
And I'm Arkamita Pal.
Arhita and Arkamita, welcome to Fit India Quiz Grand Finals Karnataka. What class are you studying at?
We're both in the 8th grade.
You're both in the 8th grade and you have made it to the state finals, which is a big deal. So how do you feel representing your school in the state grand final?
We feel really proud and honestly excited for this experience.
So am I. I'm excited for you as well. Do well, good luck. We'll move on to the second team, Kendriya Vidyalaya, BRB NMPL Mysuru. Please give me your names.
Hello everyone, this is me Indu Hasini from class 8th.
Hello everyone, this is Namrata Sanjeev Gunjitkar from class 8th.
Welcome to the program, Namrata and Indu. Are you into sports?
Ma'am, we played in our schools but not as tournaments and stuff.
Alright, which sports person do you draw most inspiration from and why?
Ma'am, I drew inspiration from Saina Nehwal. One is women power and the other one is, she's the first, like I connect a lot to badminton. So like she was the first Indian woman to win a bronze in badminton. So we connect to her.
Wonderful, wonderful Indu. We'll quickly move on to the next team, that is DAV Public School, ACC Colony, Wadi, all the way from Kalaburgi. Please introduce yourselves.
Namaste, my name is Radhe Mohan Pandey.
Namaste, and I'm Rahul Chavan. We are from class 12.
You're in class 12. Okay. I heard one of you is into sports, right? One of you play table tennis.
Yes, ma'am.
What level have you played at Radhe Mohan Pandey?
Yes, ma'am. I have played DAV Nationals in table tennis. Also, I have played volleyball now in CBSE tournaments.
Wonderful. Great to know. We'll move on to the final team in the lineup, that is Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Vidya Mandira from Bengaluru. Introduce yourselves.
Warm greetings to everyone. My name is Puneet.
Hello, and I am Sindhu, and we are from class 10.
You're from class 10. Okay, do you think you can win this quiz and qualify for the national finals?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you play sports yourselves?
Yes, ma'am. I play basketball.
You play
We
basketball?
collectively.
Uh-huh.
Yes, ma'am.
What level have you played at?
I've played for my school at state level under the CBSE tournament.
Wonderful, great to know. Without further ado, we'll get started with the quiz. Before that, let me quickly introduce. Without further ado, let's invite our expert for the day. Our expert for the day is Mr. Amit Mahotsav. He's a PE trainer at South Point High School, Kolkata. He's our captain fit for the day. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you, everyone. So I am Captain Pitch. Children, if you need any help, so don't hesitate to call me. So thank you, everyone. Best wishes to everybody. Thank you.
Wonderful. Dear students, we have a very special guest with us who wants to wish you the very best for this round. Let's have a look.
Hi friends, I'm Sri Natraj and I'm an international swimmer from Karnataka. And I'm so excited to be a part of India's biggest quiz on sports and fitness. Come join me in wishing the participants a very good luck for the final round. And I'm very thrilled to know that a whopping number of 1,833 schools took part in the state rounds. And now the top 4 teams, which are the Baldwin Girls High School, the DAV Public School, the Kendra Vidyalaya Mysore, and Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Vidya Mandir, have now made it to the finals and are going to compete for this final round. Do your best and make your state and team proud.
Thank you so much for that wonderful message. What a great way to start the state grand final. So finalists, all the very best for today's grand finals. We'll get started. Before we move on to the first round, I would like to tell all the participants that besides Captain Fit, you have 2 more helplines. One being head or tail, which will make 2 incorrect options disappear. And the other one is toss the question, which you can use to completely swap the question. You can use these lifelines during 2 specific rounds of this quiz. Let's kick off the grand finale. Here is round number 1. This is something we call Fitness Kiddos. Let's have a quick look at the rules.
Fitness Kiddos. Questions on yoga, fitness and nutrition. Clockwise round. Each team will get 15 seconds to answer a question after the quiz master has read it out. Direct questions to each team. No passing. Correct answer will fetch 10 points. No negative marking. Lifelines are available. If lifeline is used, correct answer will fetch 5 points. The quiz master's decision is final.
So those were the rules. Since this is a clockwise round, we'll start the first question with Baldwin Girls High School. Here is your question, the very first question for today's quiz. Dash are living microorganisms that are intended to have health benefits when consumed or applied to the body. They can be found in yogurt and other fermented food, dietary supplements and beauty products. Simply fill in the blank. Your options are A. Probiotics, B. Prebiotics, C. Antibiotics, D. None of the above. Go on.
The answer is A. Probiotics.
Simple as that, is it? And that indeed is the correct answer. The correct answer for this question is probiotics. We'll now move on to the second question, direct to Kendriya Vidyalaya BRB NMPL Mysore. Here is your question. This pose takes its name from a Greek mythological creature meaning to squeeze. Name it. And your options are A. Sphinx, B. Phoenix, C. Lark, D. Crane. Your time starts now.
Ma'am, we'll go with option A.
Okay, you don't need to run throughout the timer. You are giving me the answer instantly and your option is Sphinx. That is A. Is the correct answer. That's truly the correct answer. 10 points to you. We'll move on to the third question of today's quiz. This round, here is the third question for DAV Public School on your screen. Dash exercise or hip side lift is an exercise that is meant to strengthen the hips and buttocks without the use of weights. Fill in the blank. Your options are A. Dirty dog, B. Dirty hog, C. Dirty cat, D. Dirty rat. Your time starts now. Quite a logical question.
And we would like to use a lifeline.
You want to use a lifeline. Alright, which one you want to use right now?
Captain Fit.
We'll go with Captain Fit.
You'll ask our expert. Captain Fit, we're coming to you. What do you think is the correct answer, sir?
Okay,
Can you
team.
help our team?
Okay. This you can opt for A. Dirty dog. In my opinion, that will be the correct answer. Thank you.
Team 3, do you want to go with the expert?
Yes, ma'am. We'll go with option A, dirty dog.
So you will go with our expert and your answer is dirty dog, and it is indeed the correct answer. This is dirty dog. I told you it's quite a logical guess. You know, this is what it looks like. The name comes because it sort of resembles the posture that a dog takes just before urinating, and hence the name dirty dog. Right? This is how you quiz. You always have the hint on the screen itself. Wonderful quizzing. Thank the expert. We'll move on to the final question of this round. Direct to Team 4, Shri Shri Ravi Shankara Vidya Mandira. Your question is on screen. Dash training is a type of training that involves rotating between several exercises that target different muscle groups with minimal rest in between. Fill in the blank. And your options are A. Suspension, B. Circuit, C. Functional, D. None of the above. Your time starts now.
Now we are going with option B, circuit.
You're quickly choosing and very confidently choosing option B. You think it is circuit, but is it the correct answer? Let's have a look. It is indeed the correct answer. What a great start to today's quiz. All the teams have scored on the very first question. Congratulations. Let's take a short break and then take a look at the scores.
फिटनेस एंड स्पोर्ट्स क्विज फिट इंडिया क्विज में माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के विजन फिट इंडिया मूवमेंट के द्वारा की गई इस पहल से जुड़ने का सभी देशवासियों से आह्वान करता हूं। फिट इंडिया क्विज में देश के कोने कोने से भाग लेने वाले सभी विद्यार्थियों का अभिनंदन करता हूं और आशा करता हूं कि आप सभी जी जान लगाकर एवं दिमाग से फिट इंडिया क्विज में भाग लेंगे और अपने विद्यालय, परिजनों एवं राज्य का नाम रोशन करेंगे। जय हिंद, जय भारत।
We are back after a short break to the grand final of Fit India Quiz Karnataka edition, presented by Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Ministry of Education with Fit India Mission in celebration of Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav. Fit India Quiz is the biggest Indian quiz on sports and fitness. Now let's have a look at the scores after the first round. And your scores are: Team 1, you're at 10 points. Team 2, you have scored 10 points as well. Team 3, you are at 5 points. Team 4, you have also scored 10 points. We'll quickly move on to the next leg of the event. This is round 2, something we call Champions of Champions. Let's have a look at the rules.
Champion of Champions. Questions on sports and sports personalities. Buzz around. Correct answer will fetch 10 points. The question will not pass. Wrong answer will fetch -5 points. No additional lifelines for this round. The quiz master's decision is final.
Those were the rules for the buzzer round. All the teams, hands on buzzer, because we are going to roll with the very first question of this round. Here is question number 1 on your screen. Identify this husband and wife pair, both archers and often teammates in mixed doubles competition for India. Team 1, you are the fastest to go for it. What's your answer?
The answer is Deepika Kumari and Atanu Das.
And that's a bang on answer, is the correct answer, which means you've scored 10 points on this question. Atanu Das and Deepika Kumari is the right answer. We'll move on to the next question. Question number 2 on your screen. Identify this great Indian champion whose most notable achievement at the international badminton circuit came in the form of men's singles title at the 1982 Commonwealth Games. We'll go to team number 1 who went for it again on the buzzer. Team 1, what's your answer?
The answer is Syed Modi.
Syed Modi, and I'm very surprised somebody as young as you can recognize somebody from somebody like him. He is the correct answer. This is indeed Syed Modi, whose life tragically ended at the tender age of 26 in Lucknow. He is the correct answer. 10 points to you. This team here is on fire. Here is the third question on the buzzer. Hands on the buzzer. This Spanish football manager is currently the head coach of Indian domestic football club ATK Mohan Bagan. Name him. I do not see any attempts from the teams yet. Come on. Should be an easy question. And it is team 2 who has went for it on the buzzer. Team 2, let's hear it from you. What's your answer?
Juan Ferrando.
You think the coach of this legendary football club is Juan Ferrando, and that is the correct answer. Congratulations. 10 points on that. On the buzzer, we'll move on to the next question. Identify this mountaineer who's the first woman in the world to scale the summit of Mount Everest twice in a season. Let's see who has went for it. That is team 4. You have went for it on the buzzer. What's your answer?
Arunima Sinha.
Can you repeat?
Arunima Sinha.
Your answer is Arunima Sinha, which is not the correct answer. Unfortunately, that's a -5 for you. Let's quickly have a look at the answer. The correct answer for this question is Anshu Jamsenpa. That is the correct answer. She is also the first woman in the world to make the fastest double ascent of the Mount Everest. So she recently was awarded Padma Shri, and that's why she was in news. With that, we have concluded this round. Let's take a short break and then take a look at the scores.
फिट रहना उतना मुश्किल काम नहीं है जितना कुछ लोगों को लगता है। फिटनेस की डोज आधा घंटा रोज। इस मंत्र में सभी का स्वास्थ्य, सभी का सुख छिपा हुआ है।
अक्कड़ बक्कड़ बम्बे बो, दो आधा घंटा फिटनेस को। ताज़ा खबर को ताज़ी हवा में पढ़ लो। अरे पार्क नहीं तो छत पर थोड़ी वॉक ही कर लो। सब्जी हो या तरकारी हाथों में भर लो। अरे 2 मंजिल का जीना है, ढीली ही चलो। अक्कड़ बक्कड़ बम्बे बो, हो, दो आधा घंटा फिटनेस को। बस आधा घंटा फिटनेस को।
फिटनेस की डोज आधा घंटा रोज।
We are back after the break to the grand final of Fit India Quiz Karnataka edition, presented by the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Ministry of Education with Fit India Mission in celebration of Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav. And our Honorable Prime Minister couldn't have said it in a better way how important fitness is in our lives. Fitness ki dose, Adha Ghanta Roz. Let's have a look at the scores. Team 1, you're at 30 points. Team 2, you're at 20 points. Team 3, you're at 5 points. Team 4, you're also at 5 points. We'll move on to the next leg of the event. This is round 3, something we call Magic of Sports. Let's have a look at the rules.
Magic of Sports. Mixed bag audiovisual questions. Anti-clockwise round. Each team will get 15 seconds to answer a question after the video is shown and the quiz master has read it out. Direct questions to each team. No passing. Correct answer will fetch 10 points. No negative marking. No additional lifelines for this round. The quiz master's decision is final.
We'll start this round anti-clockwise, which means team number 4, you will get the first question. Here is your video clipping. And here is the question based on the video you just saw. Identify the winner of the men's 100 meters sprint at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, and your time starts now. Team 4, go for it. You must have followed the last Olympics. Who do you think this was? We are running out of time and end of the time limit. Unfortunately, we didn't receive an answer from this team. Can we please have a quick look at the answer? The correct answer for this question is Marcel Lemon Jacobs. He is an Italian sprinter, made a lot of news post this event. So he was the gold winner in this particular event in the Olympics. Unfortunate, no problem, don't lose your heart. We still have many more questions to go. We'll move on to the second question. We are going to play the video for team number 3. Here it is. Team 3, quite a simple video and a question following that. Which legendary Indian shooter is seen in this video winning bronze for India at the 2012 London Olympics? Is your question, and your time starts now.
Gagan Narang.
Gagan Narang is your answer. Was it that simple? You went for it in an instant. Were you being overconfident, or did you recognize him right? We'll take a look at the answer. And the correct answer for this question is Gagan Narang, just like you said. He's the correct answer. Legendary shooter, one of the athletes being supported by Olympic Gold Quest. That is well-deserved 10 points to you, which means that brings us to the next question, which is direct to Team 2. Here is your video. What you just witnessed is a landmark event in history of sports. Here is a question based on that. Which genius is seen in this video scoring a wonder goal against Sweden in the 1958 World Cup final at the tender age of 17? Who is this legend? Your time starts. Team 2, go for it.
Ma'am, we guess it's Pele.
You're going with Pele. Isn't that a simple guess? A easy guess, but is it the correct answer as well? We'll see in a minute. The correct answer is also Pele, just like you said. That question fetches you 10 points. Well played, Team 2. That brings us to the final question of this round, which means Baldwin Girls High School, Team 4. This is your video. The question is to follow. What you just witnessed is considered one of the most iconic moments in history of Olympics. Your question is, this legendary diver hit his head on the diving board in the qualifying round at the 1988 Seoul Olympics. Yet, he secured gold later on in the competition. Identify him is your question. Simply give me his name. Your time starts now.
Is it Mark Spitz?
Is it Marks? Can you repeat?
Mark Spitz.
Mark Spitz and 1988. The time simply doesn't match up. That is not the correct answer. But let's quickly take a look at what is the correct answer. The correct answer for this question is Greg Louganis. That was the answer I was looking for. One of the legendary athletes in the history of Olympics. Apart from this, he was going through a lot of hardship in life and he achieved this, so it's a memorable moment in history of Olympics. Unfortunately missed out by this team. No problem, we still have 2 more rounds to go. You have an opportunity to score. We come to the end of this particular round. Let's take a short break and then take a look at the scores. after a break to the grand final of Fit India Quiz Karnataka edition presented by Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Ministry of Education with Fit India Mission in celebration of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Fit India Quiz is the biggest Indian quiz on sports and fitness. Now, at the end of the third round, let's see where the teams stand on the scoreboard. Team 1, you're at 30 points. Team 2, you're also at 30 points. Team 3, you're at 15 points. Team 4, you are at 5 points. Let's move on to round 4. This is what we call Khelega Bharat to Khilega Bharat. Let's have a look at the rules.
Khelega Bharat to Khilega Bharat. Questions on Khelo India, Fit India and traditional games. Clockwise round. Each team will get 15 seconds to answer a question after the quiz master has read it out. The question will not pass. Correct answer will fetch each team 10 points. No negative marking. Lifelines are available. If lifeline is used, correct answer will fetch 5 points. The quiz master's decision is final.
This is a clockwise round, which means we'll start with you. Here is the question. In which indigenous game from the state of Tripura, one group of players is called the out group, while the other group is called the in group? And your options are A. Gelachat, B. Tangta, C. Yubi Lakpi, and the final option, Dhopkale. What's your pick? Your time starts now.
We would like to opt for Captain Fit.
You'll go with the expert. Let's ask our expert. Amitav sir, please come on screen. Yes, please help out our team.
Okay, team 1, you can opt for the option A, Gelachut. According to me, that will be the correct answer. Thank you.
Team 1, our expert has given you an answer. Do you want to go with him?
Yes, we'll go with Captain Fit's answer.
You'll go with Captain Fit, which means your pick is Gelachat, option 1. Let's see if that is indeed the correct answer or not. That is the right answer. Gelachat is the correct answer for this, which means 5 points to you since you used the lifeline. Congratulations. We'll move on to the second question. Here is the second question, direct to Kendriya Vidyalaya. Churilan Vallam, Iruttu Kutti Vallam, Odi Vallam and Kuchu Vallam are some of the events of which annual spectacle? And your options are A. Rural Olympics, B. Kong Kanje, C. Snake Boat Race, D. Yubi Lakpi. Your time starts now.
Ma'am, we want to go for Captain Fit.
You're going with the expert, which means Captain Fit. Amitav sir will need you again to help us out. What do you think is the correct answer for this question, sir?
Okay, thank you again calling me. So, team 2, you can opt for this C, snake boat race. According to me, that will be the correct answer. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Team 2, are you going with the expert here?
Yes, ma'am.
And your answer is?
C, snake boat race.
You'll go with option C, which is snake boat race. Let's see if that is actually the correct answer or not. That is the correct answer. Our expert was right. This is the famous snake boat race of Kerala that we are talking about. The name should have given you a big hint. Here is the direct question for DAV Public School. Chibi Gadga is an ancient Manipuri sport that has been modified to a new version. It resembles which Olympic sport is the question, and your options are A. Fencing, B. Wrestling, C. Boxing, D. Arm wrestling. Your time starts now. Go for it. DAV Public School.
We would like to use a lifeline.
You're using a lifeline, and which lifeline do you like to use?
Head or tails?
You'll go with head or tails, which will eliminate 2 options from the screen, and the left out options are A. Fencing, D. Arm wrestling.
We'll go with option D, arm wrestling.
You'll go with option D, armed wrestling. We said an ancient Manipuri sport. Is it indeed armed wrestling? We'll know in a second. Let's have a look at the correct answer. The correct answer for this question is, unfortunately, it's option A, fencing, which means you missed out on this simple question. We said ancient Manipuri sports. It's an ancient Manipuri martial arts which resembles fencing. Instead of a sword, it's been now converted to use a stick encased in a leather. Is the correct answer. Unfortunate DAV. We still have the last round to go. Don't worry. Here is the direct question for the fourth team, Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Vidya Mandira, on your screen. Here is your question. Name the sports person from Haryana who set a national record for shooting at Khelo India School Games 2018. And your options are A. Geeta Phogat, B. Sakshi Malik, C. Manu Bhakar, D. Ankur Mittal. Your time starts now. Go for your pick.
Now we would like to use Captain Fit. We would like to use Captain Fit.
You'll use the lifeline Captain Fit. Let's call our expert on screen. Amitav sir, we'll need you again here. Help out team 4.
Okay, you can opt for C, Manu Bhakkar. That will be the correct answer in my opinion. Thank you.
Team 4, our expert has given his opinion. Would you like to go for it? What's your pick?
Yes, ma'am. Option C, Manu Bhakar.
You're going with Captain Fit and picking option C, Manu Bhakar. Let's see if that is the correct answer or not. That is the correct answer. Manu Bhakar is the right answer to this question. The young prodigy who came to limelight post this event in 2018 is the correct answer. You are getting 5 points since you used a lifeline on this question. So we have come to the end of this round. Let's take a short break and then take a look at the scores.
हेल्दी खाना 3 टाइप्स का होता है, गो, ग्रो एंड ग्लो। गो फूड्स हमें ताकत या स्ट्रेंथ देते हैं, ग्रो हमें बढ़ने या टॉल होने में मदद करते हैं और ग्लो फूड्स हमें बीमारी से लड़ने की ताकत देते हैं।
हाँ, गो ग्रो एंड ग्लो फूड।
बहुत अच्छे। तो स्वस्थ रहने के लिए दिन में हमें अपनी थाली में गो, ग्रो एंड ग्लो फूड्स चेक करने चाहिए।
तो कौन से फूड्स गो, कौन से ग्लो और कौन से ग्रो होते हैं?
गो फूड्स जैसे रोटी, चावल, ब्रेड और फैट्स हमें ताकत देते हैं। दाल, दूध, अंडे, मीट और मछली, इन्हें हम ग्रो फूड्स कहते हैं। फल और सब्जियां जिन्हें हम ग्लो फूड्स कहते हैं, इनसे हमारे शरीर को आवश्यक विटामिन्स और मिनरल्स मिलते हैं। मुझे विश्वास है अब तुम सबको पौष्टिक खाने के बारे में जानकारी हो गई है। एक और बात का ध्यान रखो, हम जब खाना खाएं तो उसका आधा हिस्सा फल और सब्जियां होनी चाहिए। याद रखना, अगर हम सही और पौष्टिक खाएंगे तो हम हमेशा स्वस्थ रहेंगे।
हम गो ग्लो और ग्लो करेंगे।
We are back after the break to the grand finale of Fit India Quiz Karnataka edition, presented by Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Ministry of Education with Fit India Mission in celebration of Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav. Fit India Quiz is the biggest Indian quiz on sports and fitness. So ಎಲ್ಲ ತಂಡಗಳು 4 ರೌಂಡ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಕೊನೆಯ ಒಂದು ರೌಂಡ್ ಉಳಿದಿದೆ. But before that, now let's have a look at where the team stands at the end of the 4th round. Your scores are: Team 1, 35 ಅಂಕಗಳು, you are at 35 points. Team 2, 35 points. Team 3, 15, you are at 15 points. Team 4, 10 ಅಂಕಗಳು, you are at 10 points. Congratulations to all the teams who have come so far. We still have one more bumper round to go because this is going to be on the buzzer. So round 5 is something we call Freestyle. Let's please have a look at the rules.
Freestyle. Sports mixed bag questions. 12 questions on the buzzer. Correct answer will fetch each team 10 points. -5 for wrong answer after buzzer. No additional lifeline for this round. Quiz master's decision is final.
ಫ್ರೀಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಸುತ್ತಿನ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಿಯಮಗಳನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಎಲ್ಲ ತಂಡಗಳು ಸಿದ್ಧ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಸುತ್ತನ್ನು ನಾವು ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 1. Who scored the winning goal for Spain in the FIFA World Cup 2010? Quite a memorable game. Who scored the final goal for Spain? I do not see any attempts on the buzzer yet, which is surprising. There's only one thing left to do. Let's have a look at the answer. The correct answer for this question is Andres Iniesta. This was the question. Nobody got this right, which means that brings us to the second question of this round. Hands on the buzzer. Here is the question. Question number 2. Which former India cricket captain was the uncle of former Pakistan captain Asif Iqbal and a great uncle of Indian tennis star Sania Mirza? Fortunately, again there is no attempt on the buzzer, which means we will reveal the answer in a second, and this is the correct answer for this question. The correct answer is Ghulam Ahmed. Unfortunately missed out by each and every team on stage today. Brings us to the third question on the buzzer. Here is the question. Which was the longest distance event in athletics for men's events held at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics? That's your question. Let me see some quick attempts on the buzzer. Teams, come on. Team 1 has went for it. Team 1, what is your answer? Which event?
Is it the marathon?
You think that is the marathon? Unfortunately, wrong answer. Let's have a look at the correct answer. The correct answer is 50-kilometer race walk, which is slightly lengthier than the marathon. Missed out by this team, which means you scored a negative on this question. Brings us to the next question. Question number 4 coming up on your screen now. What is the highest run partnership scored in a test match? Just give me the number. If you can give me the players, wonderful. What is the highest run partnership scored in a test match is the question. Let me see some quick attempts on the buzzer. Unfortunately, none of the teams have went for it. Only one thing left to do. We'll reveal the answer. The correct answer for this question is 624 runs. Can you believe that? This was Sangakkara and Jayawardene for Sri Lanka against South Africa way back in 2006. Obviously, you wouldn't remember, you weren't born then, possibly. So this is the correct answer, 624 runs. Brings us to the next question on the buzzer. Hands on the buzzer. Teams, here it is. Which tropical fruit features on top of the Wimbledon men's singles trophy is the question. This is the kind of question that shows how attentive you are when you watch an event on TV. Something you have definitely seen and probably not noticed. Which tropical fruit features on the Wimbledon men's singles trophy? I see no attempts so far. Is that a cue for me to move on to the answer? Do you want to miss out on a simple question like that? It's right there on top of the trophy. You have definitely seen a Wimbledon trophy. Come on, a tropical fruit. Teams who have scored more, you can take the risk. None of the teams want to risk their scores at this point, which means we will reveal the answer now. The correct answer is pineapple, and literally nobody knows why was this chosen. There is a theory that in that era, pineapple was not grown in UK and it was imported. It was considered prestigious, and that's why it ended up on the trophy. Unfortunately, missed out by all the teams. We'll move on to the next question. Here is the next buzzer question on your screen. In the 1980s, a group of French teenagers created a sports with no equipment, no coaches and no rules. The idea is to convert your local town into an obstacle course and travel through it as fast as possible. Which athletic discipline is being talked about? We already have an attempt from one of the teams. Team 4, Shri Shri Ravishankar Vidya Mandira, go for it.
Parkour.
Parkour is your answer, but is it the correct answer or did you just jump the gun? Let's have a look at the answer. The correct answer for this question is also parkour, which means you have scored on this question. 10 points to you on that wonderful, well-deserved scoring on this particular question. Here is the next question on the buzzer. Hands on the buzzer, teams alert. Here is the next question. Also called water ballet, platform lift, stack lift and throw lift are the three important types of lifts used in which Olympic sport? There is an attempt by one of the teams and that is team 1. Go for it. Water ballet. Does it ring a bell?
The answer is figure skating.
You're going with figure skating in spite of the question clearly saying water ballet. Unfortunately, that's not the right answer. Let's have a look at the correct answer. The moment we say water, it should have taken you to synchronized swimming. One of the most beautiful events to witness in Olympics, unfortunately missed out by this team. That's a negative, very unfortunate -5 to you. Brings us to the next question on the buzzer. Here is your question. In the final match of football at the 1978 Asian Games, both teams were locked at 0-0 after extra time, resulting in the last instance of two teams receiving the gold medal in men's football at the Asian Games for scoring a 0-0. Which were the two neighboring countries involved in this particular match that I'm talking about? Is your question. Let me see some attempts on the buzzer. And it is team 3 who went for this on the buzzer. Team 3, what's your answer?
I guess it is Bangkok and Thailand.
Bangkok and Thailand, we're talking about neighboring countries. You're giving me a country and the capital. How unfortunate. And in the final buzzer round, you're taking a negative on this question, on that not so careful answer. Let's have a quick look at the correct answer for this question. This was as simple as North and South Korea. That was the correct answer. Very unfortunate team 3. Don't worry, we still have few more questions to go. Here is the next question. 9th question on your screen now. A person who's fond of or an expert at which sport is called a toxophilite or a marksman? Is it archery or is it boxing? We have an attempt from one of the teams. Team 4, go for it. What's your answer?
It's archery.
The correct answer to this question is archery. Is your guess? Did you just jump the gun there? Here is a look at the correct answer. The correct answer for this question is also archery, which means you scored a very confident 10 points on that particular question. Brings us to the final 3 questions of today's quiz. Last 3 questions to go. Play very, very carefully because this can decide your position on the scoreboard. Final 3 questions. Here is question number 10. Which Hungarian shooter won 2 Olympic golds despite having his shooting hand mimed by a grenade? Let me see some attempts on the buzzer. Only 3 questions left. I see no attempt on the buzzer, which means we'll reveal the answer now. Correct answer for this question was Carolita Cass, which is missed out by all the teams. This brings us to the penultimate question of today's quiz. Question number 11 on your screen now. This Dronacharya Award winner produced 38 international medalists in boxing, including 2 Arjuna awardees, 2 Olympians, 2 world champions and 1 World Military Games champion. His trainees included 5-time World Women Boxing Champion Mary Kom, L. Sarita, Dinko Singh, P. Narjit, S. Suresh and M. Suranjoy. Identify this legend from Manipur is your question. Which legendary coach are we talking about? Let me see some attempts on the buzzer. Kids, come on, this is the penultimate question. Only 20 points at stake. You might need that to make a podium finish, some of you. Unfortunately, I see no attempts on this question either. Let me show you the answer. Here is the correct answer for this question. This is a legendary Indian sports person called L. Imbocha Singh, who has coached all these legendary players, missed out by all the teams. Brings us to the final question of Fit India Karnataka edition today. Here is the last question on your screen now. Makhan Singh holds the India National Marathon record with a best time of 2 hours 12 minutes. A feat that is achieved in Jalandhar in 1978. Is this true or false? We have attempt from team 1. Go for it, team 1. What is the correct answer?
True.
You're going with true. For the final question, you have chosen to answer us as true. Let's see if that is the correct answer indeed. Did Makhan Singh do that? No, he didn't. That is false. The correct answer for this question is Shivnath Singh, who holds this record. The record was made but not by the person mentioned above, but by a certain athlete called Shivnath Singh. Unfortunate, you picked a -5 on that question. With that, we come to the end of today's final round as well. Let's take a short break before we take a look at the scores.
ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಬರಬಹುದು, ಆದರೆ ನಾವದನ್ನ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ತರ ಎದುರಿಸಬಹುದು. ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಎದುರಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ತಯಾರಿರಬೇಕು? ಒಂದ್ ವೇಳೆ ನಾವು ಹೆಲ್ದಿ ಮತ್ತು ಫಿಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಆಗ ನಮ್ಮ ತಯಾರಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಉತ್ತಮವಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪರಿಶ್ರಮ ಮತ್ತು ಶಿಸ್ತಿನ ಅಗತ್ಯವಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತಪಡಿಸುತ್ತಿದೆ ಫಿಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಆಪ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫಿಟ್ನೆಸ್ನ ಸಲಹೆಗಾರ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ತರಬೇತುದಾರ. ಮೊದಲ ಬಾರಿ ಈಗ ಭಾರತದ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ನಾಗರಿಕ ತನ್ನ ಫಿಟ್ನೆಸ್ ಸ್ಕೋರ್ ಅನ್ನು ಗೊತ್ತುಪಡಿಸಿ ತಾನು ಎಷ್ಟು ಫಿಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಎಂದು ತಿಳಿದುಕೊಳ್ಳಬಹುದು. ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ವಯಸ್ಸಿನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫಿಟ್ನೆಸ್ ಸ್ಕೋರ್ ಅನ್ನು ಪರೀಕ್ಷಿಸಬಹುದು. ಈ ಸೌಲಭ್ಯ ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ನಿಮಗಾಗಿ ಮೊದಲ ಬಾರಿ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಲಾಗುತ್ತಿದೆ. ಈ ಆಪ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫಿಟ್ನೆಸ್ ದಿನಚರಿಯನ್ನ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಡೇಟಾವನ್ನ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತದೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೋಡಬಹುದು ಮತ್ತು ಫಿಟ್ ಆಗಿರಲು ನಿರ್ಧರಿಸಿ ಸರಳ ಸೂಚಿ ಆರಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಈ ಆಪ್ನಿಂದಾಗಿ ನೀವು ಆಗಬಹುದು ನೀವು ಸ್ವತಃ ಫಿಟ್ನೆಸ್ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್. ಅದರ ನಂತರ ನಾವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫಿಟ್ನೆಸ್ ದಿನಚರಿ ತಯಾರಿಸಲು ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಹಕರಿಸುತ್ತೇವೆ. ಫಿಟ್ನೆಸ್ನ ಜಗತ್ತಿಗೆ ಕಾಲಿಡಿ, ಪ್ರೇರಿತರಾಗಿರಿ ಮತ್ತು ನವೀಕೃತರಾಗಿರಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಮಾತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಸೌಲಭ್ಯಗಳ ಲಾಭ ನೀವು ಪಡೆಯಬಹುದು ಉಚಿತವಾಗಿ. ಕೇವಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಆಂಡ್ರಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮತ್ತು ಆಪಲ್ ಡಿವೈಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಆಪ್ನ ಹಿಂದಿ ಮತ್ತು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ವರ್ಷನ್ ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮತ್ತು ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿರಿ. ನೀವು ಫಿಟ್ನೆಸ್ ಆಗಿರುವ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕನಸು ಕೇವಲ ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ದೂರದಲ್ಲಿದೆ.
ಫಿಟ್ನೆಸ್ ಕಿ ಡೋಸ್ आधा घंटा रोज.
We are back after the break to the grand final of Fit India Quiz Karnataka edition, presented by Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Ministry of Education with Fit India Mission in celebration of Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav. Let me just remind you that you too can download the Fit India mobile app from the Play Store or App Store and be fit every minute, every day. Before we move on to see the final scores, we would like to tell you that the entire state of Karnataka is very proud of you, all finalists. We'll now move on to the most awaited part of today's quiz, that is revealing the results. Let's see where the teams stand on the scoreboard. Here are the final scores. Team 3, you have scored 10 points today. You have made it to the state finals of Karnataka edition. That in itself is a big deal. Congratulations. And we have our today's second runner-up, that is Team 1, Baldwin Girls High School from Bengaluru. You have scored 20 points and stood third in this quiz. We have the first runner-up, Team number 4, Sri Sri Ravi Shankar Vidya Mandira from Bengaluru. You have scored 30 points and stood second in today's quiz. And the winner for today's quiz is none other than Kendriya Vidyalaya BRB NMPL Mysuru with 35 points. Congratulations, you're going to represent your state and your school in the national finals of Fit India Quiz. Congratulations to all the finalists and the winners. We are entering the final and the most important segment of today's quiz, that is the prize distribution ceremony. We'll start with the second runner-up, Baldwin Girls High School. Congratulations, you have stood third in today's quiz. Arhita Sinha and Arkamita, you're taking home 5,000 rupees while your school is getting 50,000 rupees cash prize. Congratulations. And the first runner-up for today's quiz is Sri Sri Ravi Shankar Vidya Mandir, Puneet Ravindran and Sendur Sarvan. You're taking home a cash prize of 10,000 rupees while the school will get a cash prize of 1 lakh rupees. Congratulations to you. And the champions for the Karnataka edition of Fit India Quiz are none other than Kendriya Vidyalaya BRB NMPL Mysuru. Representing them are Namrata Sanjeev Gunjikar and Yandrapur Indu Hasani. Congratulations, you're taking home a cash prize of 25,000 rupees and the school will get a cash prize of 2,50,000 rupees. Congratulations to you. And you're going to represent your state in the national finals. Congratulations, Kendriya Vidyalaya Mysore team for qualifying to the national finals. Team KV, don't forget that there will be an element of live fitness round in the national finals and it will be aired on Star Sports and Hotstar. So it's time not just to train your grey cells but also to build your muscles. All the very best for the national finals. With this, we are at the close of the grand final of Fit India Quiz Karnataka edition. A big thank you to the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports and Ministry of Education for giving all of us an opportunity to be on a platform like this. This is me, Meghvi Manjunath, signing off, and don't forget the magical mantra, fitness kiddos, Aadha Ghanta Rose.